Trent Alexander-Arnold is in the last leg of his Liverpool contract, and Real Madrid are reportedly interested in signing him. But of course, Liverpool are putting forward a counter offer to try and retain him. So the question now is the Real Madrid offer too good to refuse? Well, I am Anishilo, Jimmy Anishilo. Welcome to Morning Talks, and I'm here with our analyst, Ayola.
Hi, Jimmy.
So, Ayola, can you give us a breakdown of Liverpool's offer to Alexander-Arnold?
Well, Trent has been one of the most important players in fact, in Liverpool's history, if we're being honest, from an academy player to where he is now, a vice captain. And so they've been desperate to keep him, at least a lot more desperate than they've been to keep Salah and Van Dijk. And they've offered him £300,000 per week, which is going to make him the highest paid defender in the world, really, not just in the Premier League. And that amounts to about £15.6 million per year, rather, for the contract. And if they're going to offer him a 5-year contract, as reports allege, then that's going to be about £78 million for the 5-year stretch. So they've offered him a pretty decent contract for him to stay at the club.
Okay, so if they are offering him this and they still being skeptical, that must mean that the Madrid offer is massive.
So, well, interestingly, in terms of just the base salary, the Madrid offer is actually exactly the same, £300,000 per week and £15.6 million per year. Also on a 5-year contract, which is the same £78 million for the entire contract. But the difference now is that Real Madrid are also offering him a sign-on bonus because they won't be paying a transfer fee. So just like what they did with Mbappe, instead of paying a transfer fee, they will pay a large sign-on bonus to convince the player not to renew his contract. And that's what they've done with Trent. According to reports, they've offered him £128 million transfer bonus over the course of his 5-year contract, meaning that for every year, he would earn an extra £25.6 million, which is already £10 million more than his salary already. So when you now join everything together, that's now going to be a lot more compared to what Liverpool is offering him. So he's going to be earning about £792,000 per week if he chooses the Real Madrid contract over Liverpool, which then makes it interesting because it's going to be very, very difficult for him to turn down £128 million over 5 years. So that's the main difference between Real Madrid's offer and Liverpool's offer.
If my son does not play football, there's no problem. But now to the big question, should he move or should he stay with Liverpool?
In terms of finances, I mean, the difference is clear enough that most people would want him to move. But on a purely footballing level, I think the answer should still be the same. Because if you look at what he's done with Liverpool already, you would say there's not really much more that he can do with Liverpool. He's won the Premier League, he's won the Champions League. He's already, an icon of the club and everything. Now he has a chance to move to an even bigger club. And there are not many bigger clubs than Liverpool, but Real Madrid is one of them. And there are really no bigger clubs than Real Madrid. So it's going to be almost impossible for him to say no to becoming part of the Real Madrid team that has won 15 Champions League titles, one of the most successful teams in the world, where he will get to play along some of the biggest stars in the world as well, players like Mbappe, players like Vinicius. And if you compare it to Liverpool, who could be losing their biggest stars in players like Mohamed Salah, Virgil van Dijk. And they only have, you cannot compare Luis Diaz with Vinicius or Darwin Núñez with Mbappe. So the quality of players that he's going to get to play with is going to be a lot higher, with all due respect to Liverpool, of course. So even on a purely footballing level, it still makes sense for him to move to Real Madrid.
No, I'm asking you.
Yes, that's what I mean. That
So
he should still move to Real Madrid. Yes.
All right. So we've heard from Ayola, we've heard the numbers, the astronomical figures that Real Madrid are offering him. And of course, anyone who wants to make money, who likes money, would want to move. Well, what about you guys? What do you think? Should he move to Real Madrid or should he stick with Liverpool? Let me know what you think in the comments. I am Anishilo, Jimmy Anishilo, and this is Money Talks brought to you by Life Score Bet.